What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Dan Whitmer, and today I will be teaching you a tutorial on how to do the jump rope fast skip. So guys, doing the jump rope fast skip is actually a pretty simple move. It just involves getting your footwork down, but at the very root of it, all that you're doing for the fast skip is a double bounce on a single leg. So it's 2 bounces on the right leg, 2 bounces on the left leg, and you just repeat that pattern. Now there's a leg swing in there, which I'll talk about here in a sec, but just know that it's a pretty simple move if you just practice like you would with any of these tutorials. And if you want the jump ropes that we use in this video and every single video, because they are the best jump ropes that we have found to date on the market, they are the Cross Ropes. For all their options, 10% off, linked in the description. All right, guys, the first thing I want to talk about when doing the fast skip is that your upper body should stay the same as it would for any jump rope trick. So that means, as you can see here in some of the B-roll where I'm just jumping, wrists are jutting out to the sides of the hips, creating symmetry on either side. So if you split me down the middle, I look the same on each side. My hands are jutting out, like I said, from the sides of my hips. My knees are slightly bent, and my wrists and forearms are controlling everything. The second thing that we want to make sure of that we get down when we do the fast skip is first getting down the rhythm of our feet. So one thing I'm going to do here, as you can see in the B-roll, and I want you guys to practice and follow along with, is to just practice double tapping on a single leg. So let's practice doing this motion where we tap twice on our left foot, on our right foot, and then switch back, tap 2 times on our left foot. So it's 2 taps on the right, 2 taps on the left, 2 taps on the right, 2 taps on the left. And the reason I want you guys to practice this is because this is the baseline motion of the jump rope fast skip. We'll get to the leg swing in a second, but as you watch the B-roll here, just pause for about 15 seconds while the B-roll runs and practice this move. All right, guys, now let's practice this leg swing again without the jump rope. So as you can see here in the B-roll, as my right foot taps twice, my left foot swings forward and back before hitting the ground. So whatever foot is hitting the ground, I want the opposite foot first swinging forward and then backward, and then landing on the ground to hop twice while the other leg swings forward and backward. As you can see here, we recorded in super slow motion so that you could get the actual idea of what the trick looks like. So without a jump rope, guys, I just want you to go ahead and follow along with the B-roll and practice this tap, tap, swing, repeating it on each leg. Now let's get the jump rope out, guys, and what I want you to do is practice the double tap of each leg. Don't worry about the swing just yet. Just practice the double tap of each leg with the jump rope. So you're just going tap, tap, and by the way, you're swinging the jump rope every single time you tap, but it's tap, tap on the right, tap, tap on the left, and just repeat that. Go ahead and follow along with the B-roll. Practice this for about 30 seconds or a minute. And I forgot to mention, guys, at the end of this, or after the 5th point, we are going to get into a short practice round that Brandon will lead us through, so stay tuned for that as well. All right, now that we've gotten down the double tap and skip with the jump rope, let's bring it all together and do the fast skip with the jump rope. So bringing everything together, like I've mentioned, just watch the B-roll and try to mimic what I'm doing. A lot of people always ask us, Dan, I've watched the videos and I don't know what to do. Is there something wrong with my form? What should I do? And the answer is you need to practice more. This isn't a move that you're gonna get overnight, but every tip that we would ever give you in person is gonna be in this video right now. So make sure you watch the video over and over again and make sure that you continue to practice as much as possible. The last thing I wanna talk about in regards to doing the fast skip is as you watch the B-roll here, notice that my feet are tapping the ground, so that right foot's going tap, tap, as the left leg is swinging forward and back, forward and back. And as you get into a nice little rhythm here, you get a nice little freestyle going, you kind of look like a boxer or an MMA fighter, which is pretty cool. So the fast skip is like the boxer skip, kind of a staple move in the fighting world, or of anyone who's going to skip for a long period of time. All right, guys, now I'm gonna pass it over to Brandon. We're gonna run you through a couple 30-second sets where you can practice the fast skip, and that'll be the end of this tutorial. Make sure to comment below and check out the other videos at the end of this video. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the fast skip. Now we want you to go for about 30 seconds here. Try to mirror the best to your ability what Dan is doing. And then we're gonna give you a little 10-second break, and we're gonna do that 3 times total. If you feel the need that you want to practice even more than that, you're more than welcome to, but we're gonna do this with you for 3 sets. So you got about 10 seconds left here. And we'll get more into the technique in this second upcoming round. Just try to mirror Dan and get yourself in the flow. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, 10 seconds rest, relax. And 3, 2, 1, right back into it, fast skip. And so just like Dan was articulating so well in the tutorial that you just watched, you're really not doing anything crazy with your upper body, right? Your upper body is just like it is in regular bounce or any other move. The only thing that changes is your lower body. And so with the fast skip, you're just taking turns doing a double tap on each foot, and the foot that is doing the double tap, the opposite foot is swinging back as you do so. And so you have 5 more seconds here. Finish strong. 3, 2, 1, time. So for this last set here, I want you to focus on not judging your movement, okay? All this takes is practice. Ready? Hop right back in. You're not gonna get this until you practice a bunch. It's all about rhythm. And so what we need to do is create this mind-body connection where your body just knows the movement and flow, and that only happens through practice. So you got about 15 more seconds of practice here. And if you need to, take this through a few more rounds and really try to get yourself in the flow of practicing this fast skip move, because the more you practice, the better you're gonna get. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.